I've been meaning to tell you something for a while.
This doesn't sound good. What's the matter?
Well, you know, PopJunkie's been lots of fun, and I've really grown and learned a lot from it. But
we've done some classic work.
Yeah, I know, but I really need to go and find myself. I'm thinking of just taking 3 months out and going to learn sort of, you know, just to find other influence. I want to go out to Africa and learn to drum properly. And
oh my God, you're not going to do a solo project, are you?
That's what I really want to do, you know. I always wanted to do something with someone else and then go solo, you know. I need to find that other side of me.
You're being stifled by, you think I'm stifling you, that your creative art, you know, artistic integrity is being stifled in it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go alone.
Okay, fine.
Ring, 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 ring,
hold on, it's
ring, ring.
My phone's going.
Ring, ring.
Hello? Yeah, this is PopJunkie, yeah. Harvey Goldsmith on the phone. Yeah, wants us to reform for 25 million quid.
I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
Glastonbury?
No, I just can't do it, Sean, you know. I've got some artistic integrity here.
Sod it, we'll just do it with another singer. Everyone else does. Reunions. Are they rubbish or are they good?
So, band reunions. It all kicked off with you last week. We did a little article on PopJunkieTV.com about the possible Smiths reunion.
Yeah, the Smiths, well, there's rumours coming out the Smiths are going to reform for Coachella next year, the big American concert, with the original lineup.
Yeah, American, great. Don't play for a British audience.
No, don't play for Manchester. Everyone expected me, you know, because I'm a massive Smiths fan, you may have noticed if you watch any of the other episodes of PopJunkie TV, that, you know, I would love the Smiths to get back together, and I think everyone think, you know, great, you know, Sean will cheer up. Heaven knows he won't be miserable now. But, you know, to be fair, I don't really want the Smiths to get back together.
No, I know how you feel,
You know, that was then, this is now. They made 4 groundbreaking studio albums, some compilation albums, a live album. They split up. Morrissey's had, you know, a pretty successful solo career, you know, patchy in places.
But let's be honest, one thing about that, when you go to see Morrissey, you are constantly hoping to God he's going to play some Smiths songs.
Which he does, but he doesn't play them anywhere near as good as the Smiths played them. But I don't really want the Smiths to reform. You know, that was then, as I said, I'd rather just have the memory of the albums, and the legacy should not be tarnished. The Smiths have tarnished their legacy by doing the court case, you know, when Morrissey and Johnny Marr and the others all fell out. They've done a bad job of they've done a good job of tarnishing the Smiths' legacy. Let's not tarnish it anymore. Let's let bygones be bygones. Just everyone just carry on and do what they're doing. We don't need reunions. So
there's your favourite, one of your favourite bands, and then on to one of my favourite bands. So
I sent you an email, didn't I? Which I saw. I knew. Oh, I thought to myself, oh God, I'm getting very camp again. I thought to myself, oh, she won't be happy. She won't be happy.
She'll get her knickers in a right twist.
She will. Your leopard skin rock knickers. I've lost my train of thought now. I've been derailed. Oh, calm down, cold shower, Sean. Led Zeppelin are reforming.
Oh, Christ alive, Seanorama.
But surely that should be the best news ever for you. Why aren't you happy that Led Zeppelin are reforming?
Oh, is it because Robert Plant is going to be in the band? I can't quite believe this. It's like Rock and Roll X Factor that Led Zeppelin have, after getting me so excited over the past year, you know, amazing reunion gig at the O2, which I did miss, you know, been really holding out for them to be playing. I thought they might play Glastonbury last year. Little bit hopeful, I think.
Yeah.
But so they're going to come back. They're going to do some big stadium tour, and they're auditioning for a new frontman because Robert Plant, he's done quite well with his side project with Alison Krauss, has decided he doesn't want to play with Led Zeppelin. So therefore, in my opinion, if you are under the same religion of me, which is the Church of Led Zepp, they don't play without Robert Plant. It's just not a good idea, is it?
Does that involve going to the houses of the holy every so
Yes,
often?
it does. Yes,
okay.
yes.
So basically, we're saying it's not a whole lot of lead, is it?
No, it's
who are a tribute band.
Can you imagine going to see Smiths without Morrissey? It's just utterly ridiculous. You've got the Jam, who, you know, Bruce Foxton and the guy. Have you
noticed the way they do the posters with it? It says the other two from, and they're massive letters. The Jam.
Massive.
So you know, if you're an old Jam fan, you probably are going to be a bit short-sighted. You probably go along and go, "Oh, blimey, I bought tickets for the Jam." Well, he doesn't look. Oh, he looks a bit like Weller. Oh. You know.
It's completely nuts. How can you do it? You know, like if it's some obscure, you know, you've had 20 drummers, so it's all right if the drummer's someone else, you know, or whatever. But you can't replace, you know, the legends of a band.
And what we're saying, you know, band lineups change, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, we talk about Oasis is another good example. You know, Oasis lineup has changed, but the core Oasis always has been you know,
Liam
Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher. And what will happen, you know, if this carries on like this tradition now, this trend for people like to do, you know, effectively turn into tribute bands.
Yeah.
You know, like the '60s bands. A lot of '60s bands, you know, they are now touring in about 2 or 3 different versions because the members fell out over money. Like the Searchers, you get, you know, 15 versions of the Searchers.
Yeah,
so
no.
will this happen in 15 years' time?
That.
Do you think we're going to have, like, you know, Bognor Regis Butlins, Noel Gallagher's Oasis, down the road, you know, the Brighton, you know, Pontins camp, you know, it's Liam Gallagher's Oasis.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just ridiculous.
It's going to have Noel and Liam's, you know, split camps in Oasis.
It's, you know, my dream is to see a few, you know, select acts. So Led Zeppelin, I'd love to see. The Kinks, I'd love to see.
And the Kinks could be getting back together, and the Faces, another classic band,
Yeah.
could be getting back together. But they are going to be, you know, the definitive lineups.
I think that's what makes a difference. I think if you've got it where an artist has died, one of the members of the band have died, like Led Zeppelin.
They will be tricky getting them back on stage.
Jason Bonham is now replacing his father, which is that's a special thing. It's a cool thing, right? I kind of get that. But if the people are still alive and well, and they're really against this reunion, you can't really go ahead. I mean, you know, it's like Ray and Dave Davies. Dave Davies has repeatedly said he's not going to play live again.
But the thing about the Kinks is they've kind of, you know, they've done stuff and they've come back and is it the Kinks? With the Smiths, like they made, you know, 4 albums and then split up and that was it. With the Kinks, it's like they're always hanging on. Are they going to reform? Do they come back for something? They do some albums. I think the sad thing is when bands actually come to a pretty abrupt end, like the Velvet Underground, the Smiths.
Yeah.
You know, the Velvet Underground reformed. Did you see any of those gigs? They were absolutely terrible, like a pub band going through the motions. So I don't really think. My argument is, you know, if you don't reform, basically. That's what I'm saying. I don't want bands reforming. Once you split, you split.
So anyway, which leads on to some quite good news, I guess, in a way, is that one of my favourite ever bands, if we can see a good episode of me getting quite excited about them from ages ago, is Guns N' Roses.
Here we go again.
Chinese Democracy, after, 14 years in the making, is being released on the 24th of November. So the likelihood of a nice tour of Guns N' Roses minus Slash, Duff, Izzy, Stephen Adler, you know, that's on the cards.
But at least you get some bloke playing guitar with a KFC bucket on his head.
Yeah, why don't I go to Seatwave? I could probably get the tickets right now.